I mean, yeah, there's like
There's
crazy stuff
come
that
on,
happens over
there's the
there, but
memes, bro. We know what Florida is all about.
yeah, I mean, there's the Florida man memes, but I'm just saying, like, it's still like a really nice, like, it's like
It's nice. Yes,
the
yes,
southern
it's
portion
nice.
of Florida is literally for retirement.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So it's like those are the three main areas, or four main areas that people like think are like nice that they want to. Oh, I guess if you do Mardi Gras, you want to go to New Orleans.
New Orleans,
for that.
yeah, Louisiana.
But there's very niche, like very
Some
few
people
places
like
in
Texas.
such a big country.
Some people like Texas for some reason.
No, yeah, that was like
I
the
don't
fourth
know.
one I said.
Oh, my bad. I didn't hear that.
Yeah, no, I said California, Florida, Texas, and New York. Those are the four places. And what about the other 46 states? Like, who wants to live in Alaska? Like, it snowing year round. Like, that does not sound like
and you get like 2
place
hours
I'd
of sunlight
enjoy.
like every day, like for like 6 months out of the year. Like, fuck, man, that'd be depressing as hell, honestly.
Exactly, and then like the other side, like the northern part of the United States is just winter and snow like half the year, and then the other half of the years it might not even be great weather, and then you also got to consider the environment. Like some states are literally just cornfields.
Yeah, that's true. You know, and like I guess when you kind of take into like when you speak of like that, like you kind of have to take into like how much of like the land is actually usable. Because dude, I saw like low-key, I saw a stupid video that was talking about like why the United States is the greatest country in the world. Like, it was trying to make the argument that it is, and they said its size. That was number one, is its size. They were like, the United States is massive. There's so many places to go. Like, there's 50 states. Like, and that was the whole like argument for that. Like,
There was nothing like, oh,
bro,
we have like the best economy or something like that.
No, well, I mean, there were those other things, but when it came to its size, it didn't like talk about like natural resources or like any of that. It didn't talk about how like the United States has like 133 million like gallons of oil or barrels of oil, you know, like they could have said like all that kind of stuff, but it's like they just literally said like how like it's like large. But like the thing is a lot of the United States doesn't have a lot of people in it, you know.
Yeah,
it's like
the populations are very small compared to the size of the state.
It's like when you looked at like, you know, like the election, it's like you saw like a lot of like red like counties and stuff, but it's like all those counties had like what, 20 people in them. Like, not really, you know what I mean? Like, they have like a few.
Like they're very small.
Yeah, exactly. They're very small compared to Los Angeles County, which has 3 million people. You know, like just LA County has 3 million people, bro. Whereas like that could be the entire state of Kansas for all I know. Like, I don't know that for sure, but like it's like I wouldn't like be surprised if it was something that low, because I know the population density isn't that big there. You know.
Yeah, no, that's very true.
Yeah, so it's like, I guess like a lot of countries have really good natural resources. Like Russia has a lot of oil, you know, but it's like a lot of that land isn't usable too. Most of them live in like Western Russia, right?
I honestly have no idea.
Honestly, I don't really know either. But I'm pretty sure most of them live in like Western Russia or like Eastern Russia, like towards like China. But then it's like in China too, there's a lot of like land that like isn't like usable either. But then you have like countries like Sweden and Denmark where like they have like, or Venezuela, where they have tons and tons of oil. Like Venezuela like leads the world in oil like by a large margin, you know, like more than the Middle Eastern countries, like for sure. And it's like, yeah, like that can make a country like really wealthy, but it's like then Venezuela is also like a country that's like low-key falling apart. So it's like your natural resources don't matter really. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, if you have the corruption that they have going on over there, it doesn't matter what you have.
Yeah,
you
right. Yeah.
All the resources.
And I don't know, dude. It's like the United States has like a lot of natural resources too, and it's like we could do like a lot of the things that like these smaller countries like do, like in terms of like social programs, like healthcare and what's it called? Like public education and stuff, because like Sweden and Denmark and Norway, I think they all like base their like education and like healthcare off of their oil profits, and they like house only like 1/10 as much oil as the United States does. So it's like if the United States was just like exporting more oil instead, and like just like cut like a little bit of our defense spending, because we spend like almost $1 trillion or something like in defense spending. Like if we just cut that down by like a couple $100 billion, we would still be the leader by like 3 times or so, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous that we like spend so much money on a military.
Dude, like I think I think the next closest military is China, right? Like I think the next one, like in terms of spending, I think the U.S. spends like $800 billion, and China spends like $250 million or something, or billion, $250 billion. So it's like we could literally cut it by like $200 billion.
We are over 3 times the amount that they spend.
Yeah, dude, we could still cut it by $200 billion, and we would still be like 3 times higher than them, you know? So it's like, come on, man. Like, there's a lot of like budget allocation that like could be like done, and it's like we were talking about earlier with like corruption. Like, some European countries have like literally a council of ethics to like determine where their funds go.
I mean, okay, that has to. Now you're getting into the system itself, though, and like in theory, we have a system of checks and balances to like hold the country together, but like this country's pretty corrupt. Like if we're really gonna look at it like holistically, like there's a lot like there's racist laws, different like means to pushing political agendas.
Yeah,
it's just like crazy. Like, not to get like super political, but and like just like noticing like the BLM movement itself. If you actually look at the hashtags for BLM during election years, there's a massive spike in it, and then right after the election, it's like non-existent.
Yeah.
It's like literally the graph for like it's like
whoop, whoop,
2016 or like 2016 was like this, 2017, 18, 19, 20, and then back like to 21.
Yeah. Dang. It does seem very
crazy, like
very
how they can just
use every 4 years, like the cycle tends to repeat itself, you know, and it's like. That's why it's like you kind of can't. I don't know. I try not to take like any stance on like any political party. You know what I mean? Like I consider myself a centrist, so it's like you gotta just like see like patterns when like they're happening and try to like question it and not be like just so like blind and like ignorant to things, you know. And like,
all right, what's a centrist? First of all, you actually just brought that. I've never heard of that.
A centrist. A centrist is someone who falls like literally like on the central like line of like the political spectrum. So like, you know how on the political spectrum there's the left and then there's the right. The left being liberal / Democrat, and then the right being conservative / Republican. There's also the top and then the south, and the top is I believe communism and socialism, and then the bottom. Oh no, the top is libertarianism. The top is libertarian, and then the bottom is communism and socialism. I've taken like multiple like political like exams and stuff, and I did so in my economics course and everything too when I was in college, and I fell literally every time like right in the center by like 1 percentage point. Like every time I took the test, I literally like it was like always like, you know, a really long questionnaire about like how do you feel about these certain situations, like what should be done, you know, and X, Y, and Z. And every time like I always fell within like 51% this, 51% that, or 51% this, 49% that, 51% the other side, 49% the other side. It was like never like more than 1% on like any side, up or down, like or like sideways.
Okay, yeah, that's actually pretty crazy.
Yeah, so that's why I
didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah,
like I figured obviously like it makes sense, but it was just like damn, like I never like heard of like the term for it.
That's why I consider myself a centrist, because like I really didn't know like where I fell on the political spectrum at some point. So when I was taking economics, like he had us take a test, and I was like fuck yeah, and then like we had to take it at the beginning of the year, and then at the end of the year to see like how we like, you know, changed, and I was exactly the fucking same.
Damn.
Yeah, like
that's actually pretty cool. That's actually a pretty cool like college like experience, right?
Yeah,
there.
It was pretty cool. Yeah, I liked it a lot, but you know, college ain't free, man. So I stopped going, man. Oh, bro. Thanks again for watching this week's episode of Joint Minds, guys. It's been a pleasure having you. And if you guys want to subscribe for more content, make sure you guys do that down below. While you're down there, comment your thoughts on what you think is the best country in the world and why. Make sure you guys hit that like button, and we'll see you next time.
Joint Mind signing off. Peace.
Peace.